Here we go. This is an Adobe Premiere project with video already imported. We're going to create a new sequence and edit a short video. To create a sequence, click on the File menu. Select New, select Sequence. For now, just keep the defaults and name the sequence. Click OK. We're going to use video of a bike social. In the project panel, you can see all the imported elements. I want to start with this shot, so I'll double-click on that video to open it in the source monitor. I don't want to use all of the video, I just want part of it. So I'll mark the starting point I want by putting the blue playhead on that part. Then I'll click on the Mark In button on the source monitor player controls. You'll see that point was marked as a starting point in blue. Everything after that point is highlighted because I haven't set an out point yet. To do that, I move the blue playhead to the point I want to stop using the video. Then I click on the Mark Out button. Notice now only the part between the 2 points is highlighted. We're going to add this highlighted part to the sequence in the timeline. For this basics training, we'll do that by simply clicking on the image in the source monitor and dragging it to the timeline. If you get a message stating the video settings and sequence settings are different, for now, just select Keep Sequence Settings. You'll now see the clip we added to the sequence. It's on 2 rows, or what Premiere calls tracks. One is for the video on the clip, and the second is for the audio of the clip. Once again, there are multiple ways to add multimedia from the source monitor to the timeline, but this is basics training. If you need to zoom in to the timeline, the bar at the bottom of the timeline controls the zoom. Click one of the circles and drag it away from the other on the bar to zoom out. Move them closer together to zoom into the timeline. We'll add another clip. I'll double-click another item in the project panel. I'll move the playhead to my starting point, click Mark In, move the playhead to the ending point, and click Mark Out. I'll click on the video in the source monitor and drag it behind the first video on the timeline. Let's say I want to switch order of those 2 videos. We can use the Select tool. It's the white arrow and usually the default tool. You can tell it's active because it's highlighted blue on the toolbar next to the timeline. With the Select tool active, click the first clip in the sequence and drag it behind the second clip. You have a gap at the start of the sequence. Select the first clip and drag it to the start of the sequence. Repeat that step with the next clip. We'll add one more clip. This time we'll bypass the source monitor. I'm selecting the clip in the project panel and dragging it directly onto the sequence behind the second clip. Without an in and out point selected on the clip, the entire clip is added to the sequence. I don't want the entire clip. So with the Select tool still active, I'll trim the clip on the timeline. When you move the Select tool to the end of clips on the timeline, the icon changes to a red bracket with an arrow. You can click and drag the ends of the clip to lengthen or shorten it. I'll shorten this clip and click and drag it to close any gap between it and the previous clip. Are you wondering why not just bypass the source monitor step all the time? You can if you'd like, but once you start to work on longer projects with many more files, you'll see the advantage of using the source monitor. Now we'll move the blue playhead to the start of the sequence and hit play in the program monitor. That's what our edited video looks like. As mentioned earlier, this is a bit of a sledgehammer approach, but now you know the basics of adding and organizing clips for an Adobe Premiere Pro project.